Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Zahwa Ade Haryanti. US cities, past and present. 1. The problem of the nation's cities, pollution, crime, riots, a lack of planning, transportation are bad, but they were worse in the so-called good old days, according to Dr. Charles Adrian. He gives pollution from automobiles as one example. He agrees that it may be bad now, but he states that there was a lot of pollution from horses and other animals in American cities in the 19th century. 2. Most cities had their own slaughterhouses where cows and pigs were killed a century ago. They were careless about throwing out the remains of the animals and that sort of things, he said. And the sewer system for waste disposal was almost non-existent. 3. Some of the problems that bothered people living in the cities during that period are still with us. Poor planning, problems in low-income neighborhoods, police relations, and public transportation. 4. Pollution was a very important problem for city government in the last century, particularly with regard to water supplies. Dr. Adrian said they had some idea that water could be polluted, but they didn't know how trying to get pure water was a big problem. 5. People like to talk about the good old days, but actually the cities of the 19th century were dirty, and in many ways filthier than today. Communicable disease was a great concern. There was still smallpox and also yellow fever, malaria, cholera, and typhoid. The infant death rate was high, and there were other dangers as well. 6. It is true that people were not being killed by cars. However, they often were killed or seriously injured by runaway horses. It was quite common, Dr. Adrian said. 7. Crime was a great concern then too. According to Dr. Adrian, mugging wasn't a common then, he said, but it didn't exist. Pickpockets were very skilled too also. From the 1830s on, there was a lot of summer ghetto riots. That wasn't just something from the 1960s. There were several causes, but basically it was because many people moved to the cities from rural areas. 8. Planning of cities and their neighborhoods were controlled by land speculators and real estate developers who were only interested in making money. 9. Finally, Dr. Adrian thinks that the situation and problem facing American cities have not changed too much, and he suggests that we look back at the past and try to learn from it.